Hi guys, so I have recently become more interested in primers and today I'm going to be reviewing another primer. However, this time it will be an eyelash primer. So that is quite new to me because I've never owned an eyelash primer, and the one that I will be testing today is a pretty well known among the eyelash primers. So the primer that I will be testing today is the Lancome Cils Booster XL Super Enhancing Mascara Base. This is probably one of the older primers. I would group it out there together with the Dior eyelash primer. However, looking at it, I would probably compare it to one of the L'Oreal's mascaras. I think it's called Super Lash, perhaps. Anyway, this is what the wand looks like. So it's pretty small, and as you can see, there is the white solution on it, and you can actually see, if you look really closely, that there are some fibers sticking out. A lot of primers are just to nourish eyelashes, but this one, it seems, is meant to do a little bit more than that. It is quite small. It is only 5.2 grams, and that is 0.18 ounce. It retails for approximately £23.50 here in the UK and $25 in the US, so it is definitely cheaper in the US. Lancome's website claims that this mascara will enhance the lashes, so it will deepen the color, add length and thickness, and will also curve the lashes without clumping or smudging. On top of that, it's also meant to protect and nourish lashes. Now, this is a mascara base, so it is meant to be used under your regular mascara. Lancome's website suggests using a Lancome mascara, but I don't see any reason why this should not work with other mascaras as well. So what I'll be doing, I will be testing this eyelash primer with at least 5 different mascaras, and today I will show you the application. This is the first time I'm applying it, and I will be applying it with the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. I was unfortunately unable to find any recommendations for how to apply this eyelash primer, so well, we will have to learn as we go. So on this side of my face I will apply the eyelash primer, on this I will not, and obviously I will put one coat of this mascara on each side. In the past I used the Lancome mascara, the one with 2 sides, one black, one white. The recommendation there, as far as I remember, was to apply the mascara on the wet eyelash primer. So I will do the same today. So once I've applied this onto my lashes, I will straight away apply a mascara. I won't be applying any mascara on my lower lashes because I wouldn't normally be applying a primer on my lower lashes. Let's just apply the primer on the other eye. So apparently the fibers are meant to be microfibers, so I'm assuming they're just meant to be smaller than normal fibers, but I can still see them. So it is white, as you can see. Kind of like the look of it actually, without the mascara. You can have like a Halloween costume pretending to be, I don't know, Snow Queen or Elsa from Frozen. Not that she actually had white eyelashes, but it's Frozen. That looks like frost on eyelashes. Okay, so I was meaning to apply this mascara onto wet primer, but it took me a while to get around to applying the mascara, so actually the primer was already pretty much dry on my eyelashes. Now, it might have worked out for the best because I can in fact see the difference. I will zoom you guys in so you can see. Okay, so I can straight away see that those are way more spiky, they're way more like spider legs than those ones here without the primer. I would probably say that they are more visible, but it seems that they definitely stuck together a lot more than on the other eye. I like the look though, so I think that this primer did definitely enhance the lashes on this eye. What I will also do, I will test it throughout the day and I will tell you my first impression at the end of today, and obviously that will be also a wear test. I didn't actually mention the reviews, and the reviews were overwhelmingly positive. So there were a few people who actually said that this primer didn't work for them, but I would say 99% of the reviews that I've read praise this primer. The reviewers were really happy with the look of their lashes. Some of them were really happy that their lashes look like spider legs, which most people don't necessarily like very much. A few people said that they didn't even feel like they needed false lashes anymore because of the effect that they got from this primer. I can see definitely that my lashes look better on this eye with the primer, but I would not compare it to wearing false lashes. I don't know, maybe they have different lashes to mine. The average rating would definitely be nearly 5. It would be probably about 4.95 or something like that. This might actually be the highest rated product, considering that there were quite a lot of reviews that I have ever seen or reviewed on my channel. So I'm pretty interested to see how I will feel about this primer at the end of today, and obviously in a while once I've tested it with a number of different mascaras. Some people also mentioned that this primer conditions their eyelashes, so the lashes seem to be in a better shape after using this primer for a while. Now, I don't think that I will be able to include any information regarding this in this review video because I'm just not going to be testing it for long enough. On the other hand, the few reviews that I have found mentioned that first, the primer just didn't do anything for the lashes, so the lashes, the mascara looked exactly the same as it would without the primer. Some people didn't actually like the spider leg effect, and there were also some complaints that the lashes felt crunchy. There might be some truth to it, but trying to feel my lashes, I wouldn't say that I feel a major difference on this eye compared to this eye. To me, they feel pretty much the same. And a few people also mentioned that this primer is drying their lashes. I don't think I would have ever noticed if a mascara or a primer dried my lashes, because I don't really pay that much attention to my lashes, but if someone does, then possibly it might be the case. But again, everyone has different lashes, and I think that's why the results are a lot of the time very different for different people. Anyway guys, so this is it for this part of this video. I will give you my thoughts later today. I want to see how it wears for today, whether perhaps it prevents this mascara from smudging or transferring. We'll obviously be able to compare two sides of my face because only one is with the eyelash primer. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you in a moment. Hi guys, so welcome back. It has now been about 8 hours since I applied this primer onto my lashes, and obviously I followed up with Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Looking at my eyelashes now, I mean the mascara is still there, but I think it's just because it's a brand new mascara. However, even though initially I did feel that this primer enhanced my lashes on this eye, honestly I just really cannot spot the difference anymore. At this point, to me, my eyelashes on both eyes look pretty much the same or nearly the same. I can also see that the mascara transferred a little bit or crumbled in this area here on both sides, which basically means that unfortunately this eyelash primer did not prolong my mascara's longevity and didn't really extend wear time. Overall, I think it's just too early for me to say what I really think about this primer, so I will obviously continue testing it for a while, and I will see you guys in the final conclusion once I've tested it with a few different mascaras. So see you in a moment. And welcome back guys, so it is time to conclude my little Lancome eyelash primer review. I have tested this primer with 6 different mascaras, I think. And initially, as I might have mentioned in the intro, I can't remember, this primer, because I do call it a primer, it is a primer, but it's officially called Super Enhancing Mascara Base, which means basically primer. My idea of this primer was that it basically was like the white base from the L'Oreal's Double Extension Mascara. So you have a black side and the white side, and you put the white mascara on your lashes, and then on top of that you put the black one. And obviously then you have those really lovely, incredible eyelashes. So because on the Lancome website for this particular product, or any other website really, it doesn't actually say how you're meant to use it, which I think is a bit of a disadvantage, because normally with this kind of products that are, I would say, a little bit gimmicky, they tell you apply products when the primer is wet, apply the products when the primer is dry. In case of this primer, there was absolutely no instructions like that, and I did see other people also not being certain whether they were using this a primer correctly. So when I initially started using this primer, expecting that it would be like the double extension mascara, I would apply mascara on wet primer. So I would basically apply primer and then I would literally straight away apply the mascara. And when I did that, I really didn't see any difference. I applied the primer and the mascara on one eye and then just the mascara on the other eye to compare if they look any different. So when I used this primer wet, that is when I applied mascara on wet primer, I didn't see any results whatsoever. Not when I was applying it, not after approximately 8 hours, because I did test all of the mascaras with this primer for at least 8 hours. I didn't see any difference at all. And then because there were so many amazing reviews of this primer, people being completely in love with it, I just thought I must be doing something wrong because clearly it's not working for me. So what I did then, I started to experiment. I applied the mascara when the primer was, I would say, halfway dry. So after, I'd say maybe about a minute or so, which again, I did not see any difference whatsoever, which was very frustrating considering that this product is not cheap. So if it's telling me that it's gonna make my lashes look amazing, I would probably prefer if it did. But again, that was absolutely not the case. So eventually what I did, I applied it with a few mascaras and I used it dry. So I applied the primer on my eyelashes and I let it dry for a few minutes. When it was dry, I applied the mascara and that made a difference. So what has happened is the eyelashes, after I've applied the mascara, they definitely were more visible. So you can probably see that in the clips that I'm showing you. They are definitely more prominent and you can see that they look perhaps a little bit more like spider legs, which is not exactly the look that I would normally go for. I think that if you are like me and if you are trying to make this primer work, then I guess applying your mascara on completely dry primer, probably that would help. I've tested each and every one of those mascaras for a decent number of hours, so at least 8, and I did not see any difference in terms of how the mascara actually wears. So if mascara smudged on one side of the face, then it smudged on the other, which means that it didn't prolong the life of my mascara at all, from what I could tell, and it really didn't do anything else. So apart from the fact that eventually I managed to figure it out and it did help my lashes look overall just big, it doesn't seem to do anything else to the lashes, unlike the face primers, which some work, some don't, when they actually are meant to prolong the wear of your makeup. This one, in my opinion, doesn't do anything in that sense. Obviously, I didn't test it long enough to tell whether it conditioned my lashes or whether it made any difference in terms of my lashes falling out or whether I have more lashes. I used it only for a few weeks, so it wasn't possible for me to test that. I am actually wearing this primer today on my lashes with Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced, and in all honesty, would I repurchase this primer? No, I would not. I don't think that it does anything so great that it is worth spending over £20 or $20 on it, and it's just an extra step in your makeup. I really don't see that many benefits from it, and even though eventually I did see some results on my lashes, I just don't think it's worth it. I think it's an expensive product, and if it isn't necessary, and I really don't think it is, then I would not buy it again. But obviously that's your call, that's your decision, how you feel about it, whether the slight difference in the length and thickness and the look of your lashes is worth the price tag. Okay guys, so this is really it that I can tell you about this primer. I do hope that you found this video useful and that you enjoyed it, and if you did, then please make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment and share, and obviously subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks guys.